This is a reading review class, okay, week number 18. Today is Tuesday, July 28th, and we make a review of the last topics that we studied. Yes? Okay, so let's see, let's continue. This one is the Rio report. This one is the unit 5B, and in this case, okay, we talk about the improvements in Rio's poorest neighborhoods. Okay, that's mean we talk about the favelas and play in Brazil. Okay, Rio de Janeiro is a major city in Brazil with a population of over 6 million people. Almost a quarter of its people live in poor neighborhoods called favelas, such as this one on a Rio mountainside. Okay, so in this case, you know that favelas is one of the most famous places in Brazil, but also is one of the more dangerous places too. Okay, and with a lot of populations in it. Okay, you know this one are like a small apartment, but with a lot of people living inside her, and also is dangerous, and they don't have developing in economical way or maybe in educational way, so this one is a kind of difficult for all the people that live in that part. Okay, and in this case we talk about the vocabulary that we study in this unit. For example, crime, you know that this one is an illegal act. Also receive, okay, is an action when someone gives to you a present or maybe a gift. Okay, you receive this one. Resident, all of us, okay, are resident because we live in a community, so we are resident in this community, or we are residents in El Salvador. Common, something that is similar to others, okay, so this one is common. Providing, okay, when you give something that other person needs, for example food, a clothes, okay, so let's see, or maybe education, okay, you provide some knowledge of this one. Moving into is when you stay living one place. Okay, separate, when you divide something in parts. For example, when you separate a cake, okay, you divide a cake. Property, something that belongs to you. Develop is an action, okay, for example, if you have an idea and then you write this idea in a banner or maybe in your notebook, so you develop this idea. Model, for example, your behavior. If you have a model behavior, that's mean you have a good behavior. In this case, okay, you have a model for your brother or maybe for your sister. Yes. Okay, let's continue. This one is the favela tours. Okay, if you visit a favela, okay, you know that you provide different jobs for the residents, okay, that live in that part of the city. That's mean you provide works for tourist guides, for a diver, okay, for an artist, musician, etc. And these local people can earn money, okay, and also can develop, let me see, something for the favelas. Okay, so while some favelas receive money from tours, okay, because sometimes, okay, they give them back to the neighborhood. That's mean if you work as a tourist guide or maybe as a driver or maybe as an artist, okay, you receive money, you earn money, but also a percentage of this money you give to your neighborhood for developing different activities in it. In addition, okay, some people feel like favelas is like a zoo, okay, because the visitors are in buses, okay, and you are separated from the people that live there, okay. That's similar if you travel to, let me see, to the savannah or some place similar to this one. Okay, it is important to remember that a favela is a dangerous place, okay, and a lot of crimes, okay, are, let me see, developed in that part of the country. And also the tour operator that you, let me see, give the opportunity to to go to this place, okay, and cannot ensure that the visitor will be safety, okay, if traveling this one. So this one is part of the vocabulary that we study. And let's continue with the other part, that in this case is, let me see, okay, the words in context. Okay, if something acts as a model, okay, this one is good. Yes, if you move into a neighborhood, that's been to other places, okay, this one begin to live there. If something is common, okay, that's mean happens constantly or happens often. And if a person who owns property owns land, yeah. Okay, so let's see. You have a little picture here of the favelas. Okay, this one are colorful, yeah, but with a lot of population and it's dangerous. Okay, now we continue with the topic that is in 1 cubic foot. This one is the unit 8. Okay, around us there are millions of tiny plants or insects, that's mean fish or other animals, but we rarely see them. Okay, because they are tiny. Most of these organisms live in the soil. Okay, some of them in the water, some of them in the plants, etc. Okay, and also, okay, one of the smallest animal in the world is a type of insect that we call a fly. In this case, a male fly is one of the species of only 0.17 millimeters in length, about the size of a period, imagine. And also it's known about the life cycle of flies. Okay, but also we know that they don't live long. They live only 2 or maybe 11 days. And the flies can live in many different environments. Okay, you know that the environment is the place where different things or person live. For example, a forest, a water, okay, a pond, a community. Yes, okay. For example, they can stay underwater for up to 15 days. However, most of them are found in a rainforest. In the areas with the greatest fly, okay, diversity are in Australia, New Zealand, and South America. That's mean these three countries, okay, or maybe continents, okay, has the diversity of this kind of insects. Okay, there is a fly, and also the flies are considered to be one of the world's smaller animals. Okay, some scientists discovered that there are more, but in this case we talk about this kind of insects. Okay, when you have a process in a series of action, that means you produce something. For example, if you follow a process for studying, okay, you produce good grades at the end of the period. A dramatic event is something that is big and is sudden, okay, that means spontaneously, okay, and obviously is big. If you maintain a healthy weight, that means you doesn't change much, okay. I'm sorry. Humans receive energy from food. For example, we receive the energy from vegetables, from fruits, okay, watermelons, okay, all of this one, not from fat foods. Okay, a team is a group of people that work together. Okay, you know that if you are a great, okay, you work together, you are a team. Yes, okay. Then we have a word within us. This one is the unit 6B, and in this case, this one is part of the evaluation, okay, that you have today at 2 p.m. First one, we discover something about this one. In this case, we talk about the bacteria. Okay, you have that most bacteria in your body that human cells. Okay, this one is true. We have a lot of bacteria in our body. Okay, the human cells at let me see, less than the bacteria. In our body, most bacteria is in our mouth. Okay, no, this one is false because the majority of the bacteria we have in our hands, okay, in our body, in our tongue. Most bacteria in our bodies are dangerous to us. Okay, this one is false because the majority of them are good for our body because they help us to prevent different illnesses. Okay, so they are not good. They are not bad. They are good for us. And the antibiotics can be bad for us. Obviously, yes. Okay, because if you drink a lot of antibiotics, you can damage your stomach. Okay, maybe your blood, etc. Okay, now we pass to the vocabulary practice, and this one is the bacteria are organisms made up of just one cell. Okay, that's mean the bacteria contains only one cell. They live between other cells, viruses. Okay, on the other hand, live inside cells. And while some bacteria can make us sick, most are harmless. All viruses, however, are harmful. Okay, if I explain this one, okay, remember the bacteria, okay, live in our bodies, but bacteria are good. But also the bacteria contains one cell, but we have different kind of cells, and in these cases we have the bacteria and we have let me see, the viruses. And the viruses, okay, are bad for the body. So that's mean the bacteria, most of them are harmless and the other one are harmful. Okay, viruses are 10 to 100 times smaller than bacteria, but both are invisible. That means we can't see. You can see only the bacteria with a microscope. Okay, unlike bacteria, viruses depend on living plants or animals to multiply and survive. And bacteria can live nearly anywhere and even on non-living surfaces. Okay, what happened with this one? Okay, the bacteria, okay, live exactly in anywhere, okay, in any place that you can find or that you can imagine. But the viruses, okay, they live only in plants and animals, and they need this kind of environment for multiplying, okay, and also for surviving. And the bacteria, okay, can live in a table, can live maybe in your hand, okay, in a vegetable, etc., in any place that you can imagine. Okay, and also we have the antibiotics. The antibiotics cannot cure for a viral infection, such as the flu. They only kill bacteria. Many people have chicken soup, hot tea with lemon or chili peppers to help them get better. Okay, what happened with this one? So that's mean the antibiotic help you, but for let me see, current specific illnesses or diseases. But in some cases, okay, the antibiotics kill the bacteria, and remember, the bacteria are good for our body. So for that reason, drink antibiotics is not a good idea. It's more helpful if you drink some natural medicine, okay, like a hot tea with lemon, etc. Okay, so let's see. We have this part, okay, causing damage. In this case, is harmful, okay, not causing damage. In this case, is harmless and impossible to see. This one is invisible. Help in healing. In this case, is cure. To need in order to survive depend on. In a disease or an illness, this one is an infection. Okay, that's mean if something is harmful, okay, this one cause damage. If something is harmless, okay, don't cause damage to you. And if something is impossible, that's mean it's impossible to see. You can't see. Okay, something that cure is something that help you. If you depend on, okay, that's mean you need in order to survive. If you have an infection, okay, that's mean you have a disease or you have an illness. Yes. Okay, excellent. Now we have the word in context. In this case, you have balance when both sides of something are equal. Okay, that's mean they are synonyms. Balance, equal, in the same place. Okay, if you have a lack of support, you have no support. Okay, for example, if you are, let me see, if you don't have the same idea of other, okay, so you not support the idea of this person. Then to restore, okay, this one, make it like it was. Okay, to restore something is make it like it was. And something that is deadly, that means something that kills you. Yes. Okay, so let's see. Now we have the review of the last unit. This one is the unit 7A. This one is the through about dinosaurs. Okay, and in this case we talk about the periods of that the dinosaur exist. In this case we talk about the Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous. Okay, the Triassic, you know that this one is a period, okay, when reptiles, let me see, grew. Okay, this one is the oldest known dinosaur, okay, and was discovered by a paleontologist, okay, in Madagascar. And remember, in this period, the temperatures are very hot, okay, that's mineral war and also dried, and it's specifically the period of the reptiles. And the Jurassic, okay, is when some dinosaurs grew to huge size, okay, that's mean they are tiny, okay, but they grew a lot. Then we have the Cretaceous. That's mean the dinosaurs became extinct at the end of this period. Okay, that's mean is the end of the dinosaurs. So that's meaning that part we have three periods: the Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous. Okay, so now we pass to the vocabulary practice. We read this paragraph and then we match. For centuries, a story about giants and monsters have existed in many countries. Okay, maybe we'll listen different information about this one. One of the most famous is Scotland. Okay, Loch Ness monster, often called Nessie. In reality, some animals that were like Nessie is physically similar to a type of plesiosaurus. Okay, that means this one is a sea reptile and with a very long neck. Yeah, and let me see. For example, this one, okay, it's not necessary that was an ancient sea monster. Okay, because the plesiosaurus, okay, similar to a dinosaur, died. died out completely about 5 million years ago, and for that reason it's impossible that the next exists. Yeah. Okay, so let's see, actually or in fact. This one is in reality. That's mean we can substitute this word, okay, but others. In reality, some animals, actually some animals, okay, or in fact, some animals. Yes. Okay, huge and very large. This one is giant. Okay, totally. That's mean completely. For example, you are I totally agree with your opinion. I completely agree with your opinion. Yes. Okay, related to the body, that's mean physically. When we talk about the body, okay, about the size, about the weight, okay, that's mean we talk about physically, okay, opinion. Excellent. Okay, so let's see. Now we pass to the completion. Okay, the answer, the ancient sea monster Dacosaurus is a relative, okay, of modern day crocodile. That's mean they are similar characteristics. This large and heavy South American sea reptile was a powerful hunter. Okay, that's mean is heavy and also is a good hunter. Okay, sea reptiles like Dacosaurus were dangerous predators. Some, such as Tylosaurus, even ate sharks. But at the end, it was the sharks that survives. Today, you can only see Dacosaurus bone in a museum. Okay, but sharks are found all over the world. That's mean in the ocean. Okay, so this gonna the part that we check in the units. Okay, remember you have your evaluation at 2 p.m. That's mean from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. The duration of this one is 60 minutes. And remember, I take into account the first time or the first try of your test. Okay, so you need to study the unit 6b and also 7-8. We have two parts, the reading comprehension part and also the vocabulary part. So let me see, please study, please be on time for your evaluations. Okay, and uh, let me see, I tell you that good luck with your evaluation. Yeah, okay, see you in the next class. Okay, and I hope that you study and you answer in the correct way. Thank you very much.